Hey there everybody, it's the Rooster here, and today I got something a little bit different for you guys. It is not a Battlefield 3 video today. Today I have a little bit of Gotham City Imposters beta. Now right away too, this is not the video just messing up here where it's frozen where it says 5 seconds. That actually was how it looked in-game. There's still a few problems with this beta. It's a great game. I started off looking at the ground there because I was trying to move even though the game had already started. But this is a great game. You can tell from the beta. I mean, it needs a little bit of tweaking. They need to fix some of the matchmaking. There's a couple other things that they need to work on. But, you know, at its core, you can really tell this is going to be a fun game. Now, also, this is going to be an arcade game for Xbox Live or, you know, the PSN store for PS3. So it's not going to be a full game release. It's going to be a downloadable title. $15 is all it's going to cost you to get this game, which to me is quite a bargain because it's just a really fun take on a, you know, first-person shooter experience. It's really based around just having fun, cool gadgets. It doesn't really, you know, it doesn't seem like people are really caring too much about their KD. It's much more about, hey, let's have some fun, let's dive bomb some people, let's get some funny kills, you know, that kind of stuff. I'm not saying you shouldn't be competitive and you shouldn't, you know, try and win at this, but it definitely isn't not as stressful as a game as playing like Call of Duty or Battlefield or anything like that. It's a lot easier to just not take this game as seriously. But it really is, you know, a great game. I did not expect a lot. A friend of mine told me how to download a code for this. I got it through GameSpot.com. And in fact, the beta is actually supposed to be over, but it's going on. They extended it through the winter break. So I don't know if you can still get a code through GameSpot, but go ahead and check out. I think it's GameSpot.com for the North America people, and then for Europeans and stuff like that, it's Eurogamer. So I don't know if it's still up to grab a code, but go ahead and try to if you can. Now, some of you guys who are watching this video that are my subs that maybe were unfamiliar with this game, obviously this is a Batman-themed game. It has nothing to do with the recent Batman games or really the comic books in general. You know, this does not tie in to Arkham City or Arkham Asylum. This is just a fun little take on what if a bunch of guys were dressing up as Batman and they were fighting a bunch of guys dressing up as Joker. So a lot of the guns are kind of based around that. You know, they don't really have the funds and the money that Bruce Wayne does. So, you know, a lot of their guns are just homemade stuff like, you know, rocket launchers made out of PVC pipe or pipe bombs, or they're using hunting bows. You know, it's just one of those things, like I said, it's just a fun idea. They said, what can we do, make a first-person shooter game, and really have this Batman kind of theme to it, and it let it influence the art style and the guns and just the gameplay. Like this is called Fumigation, the game mode that I'm playing here. It's basically a take on domination. You have these 3 points around the map, and it's really much more of a tug-of-war than a regular kind of domination. You're not counting up to a certain score in a sense because, you know, you can lose your points. You're counting up to a certain percentage. So as one team's percentage goes up, the other team's goes down. And you're trying to get to 100%. When you reach 100%, if you're playing as the Bats team, then a swarm of bats comes and kills all the Jokers. If you're playing as the Jokers, then it releases nerve gas and kills everybody. So it really, I mean, there have been some matches that I played where it's really gone down to the wire. I mean, you're at 1-2%. It's looking like you're about to lose, and then magically you grab all 3 of them and bring the game back and win. So you never really feel like you're completely down and out as long as you're actively trying to take these points and capture them. But, you know, there's another game mode in the beta. It's called Psych Warfare, and it's very reminiscent of Sabotage. You know, you have these batteries that you have to take to their, I think it's called demoralization stations. Basically, if you get the bomb to go off or the battery to plug in, then, you know, the other team can't use their guns for a little while. They got to run around and try and either slap you or just slap the thing to make it stop. But it's kind of fun. I haven't played that mode as much. Just like in Call of Duty, I was a real big domination guy. I'm really enjoying the Fumigation a lot more than the Psych Warfare. There'll be other modes in the full game, and there'll also be other maps. I think they have announced 5 maps right now. If not, it's 4 for sure. But you know, in the beta, it's just these 2 maps, 2 game modes, and you know, it's really fun. There's, like I said, there's a lot of problems with this game. They have to fix a lot of the matchmaking. A lot of it feels kind of laggy. there's some frame rate issues and stuff. It's nothing that they can't fix, and hopefully they will have it fixed by the time the game releases or shortly after. It's coming out very soon. It's coming out January 10th, and it's going to be a really cheap game to get. It's only $15. It's going to be downloadable only. It's not going to be something you're going to go to GameStop or Walmart and pick up. It's going to be you're downloading it off either the Xbox Live Arcade or the PlayStation Store. It's also going to be available for PC also. I'm assuming it's going to be $15 for that as well. But yeah, so $15 for this game is going to be a steal. This is some of the most fun I've had playing a beta in a long time, even through the problems. I've had my PS3 freeze on me multiple times. There's been, like I said, matchmaking issues. I think most of the matchmaking issues are much more from that there's not a lot of people playing the game right now, so it can be kind of hard to find a match, especially if you play late at night like I do a lot of times. So once the game fully releases, I think that's not going to be as big of an issue, but they definitely need to get some of this frame rate issue down. I don't know if it's 100% lag based or what it is, but it can be rather annoying at times. But we'll see. I mean, it is going to be on dedicated servers. This is not peer-to-peer. I mean, that's kind of embarrassing to Call of Duty. You have a $15 downloadable game that's going to be running on dedicated servers, and one of the biggest game out there with the most money and can really afford to do something like dedicated servers still won't put dedicated servers in their game. So it's just another reason to kind of laugh at Call of Duty. Even though I don't want to get some hate from you guys, I actually love Call of Duty. I did not buy Modern Warfare 3, but I've always been a big Call of Duty guy, just like I've loved Battlefield. I love all kinds of different games. So I've always really hated on Call of Duty because they should really have dedicated servers by this point. It's just a greed factor for the reason that they don't. They just know that people will buy the game if they don't put dedicated servers in there. And so people keep still buying the game, so they're not going to put them in. But anyway, back to Gotham City, guys. I don't want to be here to yell about Call of Duty, but right now, when you see my that blue stuff, that little shield showing up on my screen, there was a guy in here, I think his name's Pronimo, who was using basically the medic class that they have in here. There's a little gun that you can get called the Motivator, and he runs around and, through a little loudspeaker, a little bullhorn, shouts at people, and it raises their defense and gives them health back. You don't really see that so far in the beta. Not a lot of people have been doing that because it's a very unselfish way to play. I mean, when you're motivating, you're not going to be shooting people. So you don't really see it a whole lot. It was kind of nice that I got in a couple games with this guy, and he was running around trying to heal us and stuff. But so far, and yes, that is an invisible guy that I'm trying to kill here. Hence the name in the title there. But yeah, you can have as one of your gadgets. You can have a little ninja smoke bomb that makes you go invisible. And it depending on who's using it, I've seen some people use it very effectively to the point to where I don't want to say it's overpowered, but man, if you got a sneaky guy using it, I mean, they can use it indefinitely until they either shoot or use their gadgets. So you really have to start looking out for that kind of blurry screen, because there are some times where you play a team and everybody's running around invisible. I haven't used it myself, but it's just one of those things. I kind of like using stuff that doesn't feel a little too overpowered, and that to me seems like the only good people I find on the other team when I play against them are using the ninja smoke bomb. Or another guy there's a little bear trap you can throw on the ground that impairs movement, and he was just running around, and every time I got in a gunfight with him, he threw a bear trap at me, and I couldn't move or do anything. So it's fine. I mean, it's effective, it works, but I don't know if they'll be, maybe making it so the bear trap doesn't hold you as long or what. I don't know. Right now, I haven't had too many issues with balancing, and right here you see that I'm playing as a big guy, the Mighty class, and just like some other games like Team Fortress, stuff like that. Now, this is not class-based in the sense that there aren't any set classes. It's very customizable. You can put anything on any class, any body type, any gun, anything you want. It's very customizable also in the the outfits that you wear and stuff like that. But the bigger guys, they run slower, but they have a lot more health. The smaller guys, obviously, they're very quick, but, they can get taken down pretty easily. So there's a lot of different customization that you can do to really suit your own play style. Most of the game that I've been running around on, I've been using the Bear Stalker, like I said, the hunting bow. So you'll see some gameplays from me with that. That was the initial clip there with the little sweet little 4-piece, which you don't realize how epic that clip is if you haven't tried to use the Bear Stalker. So, yeah, like I said, there'll be more of this for me, guys, and I'll still be posting Battlefield, so don't worry about that. But, you know, I just wanted to show this to you guys. It's really something to keep in mind. It's coming out January 10th, and it's going to be $15. So if you haven't played the beta, look forward to it. All right, guys. Peace.